Well, the music industry is today mourning the loss of a true legend, with R&B queen Roberta Flack passing away at the age of 88.
For more, we're joined by entertainment editor Peter Ford. Pete, her sound and songs instantly recognisable.
Yeah, beautiful, sultry voice. And there's a great music catalogue if you want to spend some time tonight over a glass of wine listening to her music, stuff you've probably never heard. Of course, she had the two big hits. The two big hits are basically 50 years ago. So if you're only going to have two big hits in your career, you want them to be pretty amazing ones. And these absolutely were. You know, The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face and Killing Me Softly with his song are classics, absolutely classics. And her story, although the last few years have been very sad, she was diagnosed with what is known as ALS, or some people know it as Lou Gehrig's disease, and it did rob her of mobility. In the last few years, she could certainly no longer sing, and she was even having difficulty talking. It's one of the ones that you never want to get. It's a bad one. But anyway, today we celebrate her life and career, and her story is very much one of patience and talent and luck all colliding, because when she wrote the song Killing Me Softly with his song, basically it was ignored. Nobody wanted to know about it. It just sat there and for 2 years more. And same with The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. And then suddenly the phone rings. She'd pretty much given up on the whole career in music. The phone rings and suddenly it's Eastwood saying, I want to use your song in this movie I'm making called Play Misty for Me, which is a movie that still scares anyone who works in radio. But anyway, so the song was used in its full 5-minute version in that movie, not over the titles, actually in the movie. She tells the story of how suddenly her career took off. Have a look at this.
Now, you've had really good success working with Clint Eastwood movies.
He is such a hunk. Can I tell you that? He is so gorgeous. He's a nice man. I did a song in 1969 on my first album called First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, and that just sort of laid there about 2 or 3 years.
Now, that's hard for me to believe, because it's now just a...
classic, yeah.
But it didn't do anything. And so Clint comes along and says...
comes along. As a matter of fact, I was living in Alexandria, Virginia, and I got a call from him. He wanted to use the song in a movie called Play Misty for me, which was a great movie, sort of a kind of weird movie. But there's one beautiful, soft moment in the film, and he decided to use the whole song.
Some beautiful duets too with Peabo Bryson, and in real life she was actually the neighbour in the Dakota building of John Lennon. So a bit of interesting history there. So today we celebrate the music and the life of Roberta Flack.
Some truly beautiful music there.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. It was a huge night at the SAG Awards. Who were the big winners, Pete?
Yeah, well, the SAG Awards really are the ones you can look at to say, well, they've got really short odds next Monday at the Oscars, because basically it is the same people voting. So we saw, and these have been a very strange awards season, all over the shop. There's been no patterns, but these are the best indicators. Timothée Chalamet picked up Best Actor for A Complete Unknown, of course, playing Bob Dylan in that. Now, he has been picking up various awards over the last few weeks as well. So I would think, yeah, shortest odds of all for him for the Oscar next week. Then Demi Moore. Now, again, this is a category that's been all over the place. Of course, the movie that she's made, The Substance, is a horror movie. People may not realise that. But it also speaks to a lot of people who will be voting in these awards, because it's all about someone getting old in the industry and trying to find a way to recapture their youth. And she certainly does that with some consequences, one would have to say. Best Supporting Actress, Zoe Saldana. Now, Emilia Perez, of course, has been surrounded by a lot of controversy thanks to the lead actress in it. But now I think she's got a good chance for next week. Certainly Emilia Perez was a movie that opened up with a lot of hype, a lot of bang, and then suddenly people sort of went off it a bit. But she made a great comeback there. And Kieran Culkin. Now, he's in a movie called A Real Pain, Jesse Eisenberg's movie. Again, he's picked up some previously. I would say he's the shortest odds. And, of course, if he gets it, he's going to be robbing our guy of his chance of taking home an Oscar.
Now, one of the acceptance speeches has gone viral, Pete.
Yeah, well, Jane Fonda picked up a Lifetime Achievement Award, and you know, as you would expect with Jane Fonda, it gets a mixed reception because she is such an activist and a stirrer, as well as being a superb actress on the screen, TV and movies. And you can see here, this is part of the montage they put together. I thought it was strange they asked Julia Louis-Dreyfus to present it. I would have thought somebody more of her vintage or more connected to the movie world, but nonetheless they did. And Jane obviously had it scripted, and she's had a lot that she wants to say, and she clearly, in this new Trump era, is not happy, and she made it pretty clear that we all have to be cautious, and she talked about that word woke. So 87 years old, and she still has the fire in the belly, obviously.
She's fabulous. I think she shares a friendship with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I think they're friends, and I think probably
okay,
Jane
right.
gets a say in who gets up and says something about it,
yeah.
so I think that's why she would have done it. Justin Bieber's rep has addressed concerns about the star, Pete.
Yeah, so let's kind of put it on to the public record now, because there has been, I guess it's more so online, where people get photographs of Justin Bieber looking dishevelled, then they call upon often cryptic posts on social media, and his rep has now gone public and said he is not doing hard drugs. He's been making some very significant changes in his life. He's doing very well. He's never been happier. Stop this talk. It's really dangerous. So there we go. Bieber's rep has gone public and addressed it all.
OK, thanks, Pete. We'll check you later.
Thank you.
Thank you.